kitchen was actually one of the first elements of the house that we designed, and Monique was our kitchen designer who held our hand from the start. So it's so lovely to be able to sit down in the finished project with her and discuss what the process was like.
Thank you, Joanne.
How did you find the process?
Monique, the entire process from design to actually then building and installing the kitchen was such a dream. I think also because I got to work with you and I got to know you through the process. And the fact that it was the first house that my husband and I had ever built. So building a kitchen from scratch, it's quite intimidating, you know. So I was really, really appreciative of the fact that you were there to hold our hand from the start to the end. Initially, we had different ideas of how we wanted the kitchen to be laid out, and we had actually positioned the kitchen facing in the opposite direction. And then you come on site and you realize, okay, we actually wanted to face the mountain. And I remember we'd done so much work up to that point in time, and then we literally switched it all around. And you did it so quickly and so efficiently and so effortlessly. That to me was great, is that there was a can-do attitude throughout. So I really appreciate you helping us to create our kitchen.
What influenced your product choices?
Our product choices were influenced by the fact that we wanted to use elements that felt part of nature. Although we wanted it to be a modern kitchen, we wanted the wooden elements in it, and we wanted it to be very simple and timeless. And essentially we wanted a kitchen that was beautiful on its own, but that also felt as if it was part of the environment. So we didn't want to create a kitchen that was like, oh my goodness. We wanted a kitchen that was actually amazing because it just felt like it blended into its environment.
How realistic are the renders?
The renders were very realistic, and it helped me to have an idea of the space in the kitchen, because I can't understand two-dimensional plans. So when you were speaking to my husband, and he's an orthopedic surgeon, so for him, he can understand the planes and he can visualize something in 3D in his own mind. I couldn't. So the renders really helped me to be able to process and to understand which textures would go with which textures.
How important was the visit to the showroom?
To visit the showroom, to me, is an essential part of the process. There's no, to me, better feeling than to be able to touch the handles and to be able to see it and compare it to all the different surfaces that you have the options of using. And then obviously to be able to sit there, then we could bring it into the design, where we were working on a computer and looking at the program to be able to see, does the oak match this particular type of kitchen countertop? It really just made it easier for me to understand what the end product would look like.